Buy with confidence. It's the Triple J Advantage. 1 year maintenance, 1 year tire and rim protection, key replacement, and $700 coupon book with every new vehicle purchase. Only at Triple J. Customers first.
Initial test drive was awesome, man. 2020 Ford Ranger was a really good experience, Definitely a different feel, but I love the fact that it was so smooth. For it being a 4x4, it also rides well on the streets.
The response and power of the new Rangers, it's pretty instant once you press on that gas. I'm not gonna lie, I tried it out and it was really nice. It felt really good. I like the four-door. I could pack people in there, like my family, and also at the same time load my supplies, my paint, my barbecue pit, bike, my fishing gear, everything that I do.
The truck is very convenient. It's so convenient getting in and out of the truck. Bluetooth compatible, it just syncs right into your phone and, you're right back in it, if it's emails or, whatever music it is to get you through that day, it's definitely a plus.
Day and welcome to another episode of Cruisin' with KUAM. I'm Andy Wheeler, and my show, of course, brought to you by Triple J. Now go to carsguam.com. You can cruise and browse their entire inventory of new and used vehicles or commercial vehicles. They've got something for everybody. Whatever your lifestyle, whatever the size of your family, they've got something to fit you. So cruise on over to carsguam.com. And if you are comfortable, you can go on into any of their showrooms. And of course, they will be taking all the safety precautions to ensure that you and everyone in your family safe while you go shopping for that new or used vehicle. Again, Triple J bringing you the show. So today on Cruisin' with KUAM, now in olden days, pre-COVID, I would go and get a car and drive around the island with my guests, but well, these days, not doing that. So we're going to be talking Make-A-Wish today. They've got a virtual run going on that you can take part in all month long to help raise money for an absolutely wonderful organization. And there's a bunch of other ways that you can help out. They've got some community partners that they recently signed up with. So we're going to be talking about that. So Eric and Jen will be joining me after we take a quick break, and we'll be back with Cruisin' with KUAM.
Buy with confidence. It's the Triple J Advantage. 1 year maintenance, 1 year tire and rim protection, key replacement, and $700 coupon book with every new vehicle purchase. Only at Triple J. Customers first. Buy with confidence. It's the Triple J Advantage. 1 year maintenance, 1 year tire and rim protection, key replacement, and $700 coupon book with every new vehicle purchase. Only at Triple J. Customers first.
Day and welcome to another episode of Cruisin' with KUAM. And I mentioned before the break here, we're talking Make-A-Wish today, a very, very worthwhile organization. And joining me here on the show, we have Eric Tidinka, which, well, I just talked to you a month ago. So we're pretty well caught up, but also Jen Camacho joining us. And Jen, you were on the board, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so you're part of the decision-making group that's taking care of all these big things. And like I said, such a worthwhile organization, Make-A-Wish. And Eric, I don't know if you knew about this or if it was before your time there, but years ago, I think it was in 2000, I was part of a wish granted to a young girl, Amber. And it was one of the most memorable, life-changing events I've ever been a part of. And, she has since passed. May she rest in peace. But it was just a wonderful day. And that's what got me hooked into Make-A-Wish. When you see those smiles, you see the impact that you have on these people's lives, just granting that wish, whatever that wish may be. It's such a worthwhile organization. So Eric, we know you're very passionate about it. Jen, you too as well. Jen, let's go ahead and start with you. How did you get involved with Make-A-Wish?
Well, gosh, we've been a big part of Make-A-Wish. My mother was a board member for 6 years. And so I really started to get involved when she was very present in the organization. And so it kind of made sense once her term was up that, I would take the reins, and here I am. And so I've been on the board now for almost 6 years. My term's coming up next year. And man, it's one of the most beautiful organizations you could contribute to and be a part of. So it was a no-brainer for me. My heart is with the organization, even before I became a board member. So I'm really proud to be the chair this year.
Yeah, and there's something just so pure about Make-A-Wish. These kids that, given their circumstances, they just wish for that one the day of fun, shopping, a theme park or something like that. And just seeing the smiles and the happiness that you're able to bring to those kids, I think is priceless. And so being able to be a part of making those happen, it's got to feel pretty good for you.
It does. It really is. If we can have these children, our wish children, have even one day where they're not thinking about their treatment and not thinking about a doctor's visit, not thinking about their next appointment, that's everything to us.
That really is. Eric, and you're pretty instrumental in this. And Make-A-Wish, everything that you guys do would not be possible without the help of community partners, businesses, sponsors. And you guys just had a little partnership recently. So tell us about your new team up with KFC in Sparrow.
Yeah, Andy, you're exactly right. As a nonprofit, we are 100% reliant on the support of the community. And whether it's individual donations or corporate partnerships, every little thing helps us to grant wishes, because we run a lean ship here. There's only 2 of us in the office. And so, and that's by design, because we want to make sure that the public is confident that, the support that they give us is being spent wisely. And so we pride ourselves in running a lean ship, and making sure that, the majority of the funding is really geared towards that mission. And so, yes, you mentioned KFC and Sparrow. We were so pleased to hear from these guys, and it was actually through a former board chair, Phil Santos, who actually let us know that he had a conversation with Frank Cruz of KFC and said, hey, they do this program here that donates their extra change from people's purchases, and they wanted to find out if Make-A-Wish would be interested. Yes, of course. Yeah.
Really? You're not going to turn down money? Okay. All right.
Yeah. We're so excited. I'm not quite sure how long their change donation program has been going on, but we're excited to be this year's recipient of it. And so, when they communicated with us, Jen, I don't know if this was a surprise to you as well, but when they communicated to us like, oh yeah, just come by today. We're going to do, a little presentation. And then they said there was a check involved. I'm like, we haven't even started. And they're already going to give us like a donation. And so that, boy, it just starts us off on such a high note with this relationship. And then we met all the managers, all the restaurant managers today. And they're so excited, such a great team building thing and an experience for them to be involved. And then Jen being our board chair, she's just like, I want all their email addresses because I want to put them on our mailing list so they know and they see what we do, because I'm going to update everybody with the progress, of what we do with our wishes. And, that's full community engagement right there, man. And that goes a long way in, like I said, in the confidence building that we have with the relationship we have with the donors and the community support. And so I know I'm long-winded about this, man, but it's really important to me and to Jen and to the rest of our board members that people do feel and know that they're contributing to a mission to help us grant wishes to the kids of Guam and the CNMI.
Yeah, for sure. You're definitely passionate about it. That came through the last time we talked on the show. So hey, I'm just gonna turn you loose. You go and talk about it. But the fact that your small team over there is passionate, I think you're putting all of your attention in the right areas, and that's granting those wishes and getting the resources to be able to grant those wishes. And like you said, with your community partners and the donations that you do receive, so much of your attention goes to those wishes. You don't have a staff of 500 people and a regional marketing director and all this. It's just the small team. So all of the resources go to those wishes, and it really pays off. And you're obviously excited about it.
Well, both Kalina Camacho, who is our program manager, and we have several hats here that we put on depending on what the duty is for the day or the week or the month. And so, and we wear those hats with pride because we know that despite the small operation that we have here, we do affect so many lives in such a positive way. And so, along with my board, we're 100% invested into the mission. And so, so thank you for the opportunity to also talk about what we do.
Yeah, any chance we get to talk about it, I'm absolutely all for that. And you talk about wearing hats. The one thing I did want to talk about, you mentioned it last time, is wearing that pin that you have there on your collar. That is a relatively new thing for Make-A-Wish. So tell us about that again.
Well, before COVID hit last year, well, actually not last year, earlier this year, before COVID hit, the national campaign was geared around this theme of when stars align, right? And the stars, we were, this is part of our logo, and it is an icon that we were going to just really run with. And so the idea was that these pins would be conversation starters, and we would give these out at our gala to influencers, and then to other people who would want to, maybe a small donation to get one of these things. And at the gala, we would all be wearing them, and they're glow in the dark. And so we were looking at this moment where in the middle of the gala sometime where the lights would dim and you would see all these glowing blue stars. And unfortunately, COVID hit and we didn't get a chance to implement that awesome plan of solidarity. But it's still a conversation starter, just like, you remembered it from the last time I talked about it. And I still got to meet up with you to give you one.
Yes, I need my pin. Yeah.
Yes, you need your pin so that when people see you, you go, hey, Andy, what is that blue star on there? And then you go into you'll be an expert too by the end of the conversation. But yeah, that's what it is. But we're still confident, that this is from this calamity of COVID, there is still positivity that can be had in what we're doing. We are reinventing how we do fundraising.
Buy with confidence is the Triple J Advantage. 1 year maintenance, 1 year tire and rim protection, key replacement, and $700 coupon book with every new vehicle purchase. Only at Triple J, customers first. Buy with confidence is the Triple J Advantage. 1 year maintenance, 1 year tire and rim protection, key replacement, and $700 coupon book with every new vehicle purchase. Only at Triple J, customers first.
Right before COVID hit, we had scheduled our very first trail run, and then we had to readjust for that to make it a virtual thing. And so, which is my segue into the next thing, which I'm going to toss over to Jen about the next, actually it's ongoing right now. It's the Jingle Rock Run.
Yeah,
Yes.
Jen, let's go ahead and talk about it. The main reason I wanted to have you guys on here is a lot of times talking about Make-A-Wish, people love the organization, they want to help, but how do I help? That's one of the questions. And so this is a fun way. We know we've had 5Ks in the past, and you're quite the runner and sportsman yourself. So let's talk about this Jingle Rock virtual run. You guys have added the different distances, so there's a lot going on with it. Tell us about it.
Yes, thanks, Andy. So one thing this pandemic we've seen is this huge surgence in the kind of that drive to challenge yourself, right? A lot of people got into running, they've taken up cycling. We've seen a lot of people look to health as health and activity as something to do during this pandemic, something to keep yourself healthy. And, looking at ways like Eric mentioned, we're trying to pivot and figure out other ways that we could fundraise without holding our gala, without holding in-person events. And a virtual run was something that we knew a lot of people love doing, because you get to do it on your own time. You can do it alone or with your family member of your household. And that's where the Jingle Rock virtual run came. And so we have the 5K option for anyone that wants to try to run their fastest 5K or even walk a 5K. We have that ability. You can challenge yourself to a 10K. We know a lot of 10Ks are very popular here. For all the 5K runners who want to kind of up their distance, we have a 10K. And of course, for our avid runners, you've got to have the half marathon and the full marathon. So we really wanted to cater to every level, every ability, and really just have fun. Go out with your household, get your spouse, get your children, and go out and do a 5K, 10K.
Yeah, and the beauty of this one is you don't have to wake up at 4 in the morning to go down there and be ready at 5 to start at 6.
Exactly.
This is do it at your own pace, 5K, 10K, half, full marathon, run with the family, like you said. And for those that don't know, that have never taken part in a virtual run, how exactly does it work? I want to know like the actual logistics. Like, do I physically go out and run? Do I have a tracker on my phone? How is this working?
Yep. So you go out, you can go outside and run. You can even do it on a treadmill. But we do have trackers, and a lot of people, whether it's an Apple Watch, a phone, you can record it on a phone using an app called Strava. Oh, there's multiple apps. Strava seems to be the most common one, and it's very accurate. So we love Strava, and that's where we take our results from. But man, you can use an Apple iPhone, a Garmin, a Polar. There's so many brands, but really for those that don't have a fancy GPS watch, your phone already has the GPS. So you can just open up Strava and click record and start your run, and then just press stop once you're done. And it's full GPS, very accurate, and just so much fun.
Yeah, pretty easy. Pretty easy. I like it. So
it's a free download too, Andy.
It's a free app. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So signing up for this, Eric, maybe you want to talk about that, how we can get involved, because it is a month long. This is,
Right.
If I were to go out and run a 5K, it would probably take a month. So this is more along my speed. So this is going on all month. How do people get involved?
So the best way really is through social media, and people can visit our Facebook page. Just look for Make-A-Wish Guam CNMI, and in there you'll see the events that we are putting on. And this one actually is the one that's current, because we've just finished wrapping up our talent show one, and so this is really the only event that we have listed on there. So on there also is there are links in the event description to the registration, the online registration site, and very simple. Fill it out. You can do it on your mobile phone, and then once you do that, you'll be registered. And then, as Jen said, use one of the available GPS apps or one of those sports apps that you can do to track your run. And then we'll see it when you send it in to us, and then after that, each finisher gets a cool shirt, a commemorative shirt that says Jingle Rock Run. And so like I said, we're really excited about that, but really through social media is where they can find us.
Okay, yeah, all the info is up there. I went right before we came on and I searched on Facebook, boom, it pops up right there. Make sure you follow the National Make-A-Wish as well as the Make-A-Wish Guam and CNMI for all the local updates. And whenever you do a fundraiser like this, something that gets the community involved, people out there doing something to support this cause, we like to know where that money is going. So is this going into like the wish coffers to plan for some next big things you have coming up, or how's that all working?
All the funds that we raise, remain here on Guam, and it goes into our general fund, which funds our operations and our mission. And so, yes, all the money, we don't have to send it back to a big collective pot at our national office and then file a grant to use it. We don't have to do anything like that. All the money that we raise here goes to help us grant the wishes for the kids of Guam and the CNMI. So that is an important distinction that I know is very important to our board members and very important to the people who trust us to make sure that, it's not going to things that are not tangible for them.
Right.
And that really is about our kids. We're community centric. And although we have a national affiliation, we're really treated as an individual enterprise within the framework of Make-A-Wish. And so there's a lot of autonomy, but still there's a strong relationship with national. But the one thing they give us is the ability that to retain all the funds, because they know it's an important aspect of helping to develop that bond with the community.
So you're not some billionaire CEO with a fleet of private jets or something, Eric? Is that what you're telling me?
Well, yeah, I'm admitting to that. Regretfully, I have to admit that.
So all of that money, as you said, stays here on Guam to make the wishes. And because of COVID, we've all had to arrange plans and kind of change things up. So I'm sure you had some wishes that maybe had to be put on hold or altered the plans. Do you have anything coming up that are wishes that you're just ready to get the go-ahead to get those underway, or what?
We actually do. We have a young lady who actually her initial wish was to go to California to visit some relatives out there. And so with all of the travel wishes on hold, we have had the option to approach the Wish kids again and giving them an opportunity, if they want, to change their wish. Now, if they don't, that's fine. We can hold them indefinitely because that is their wish, right? And so this one girl decided that she wants to shop for electronics, and she wants the newest iPhones for herself and her siblings and her dad. And what else does she want? I can't remember. It was a long list of electronics. And so,
of course, isn't it always now?
Hey, teenagers. And so that's what's important to them. And so we're just looking right now at locally procuring the iPhone. I think they're 12s, right? The iPhone 12s. And so if we have a partner for that, then that'll be great, because then it helps us in reducing our actual wish cost. And so
wink, wink.
Yeah. So, well, we've got,
nudge,
nudge.
nudge.
We have a representative from every one of the telecoms here on our board. And so it's a matter of approaching who can help us. And if they can't, then usually what happens is, if they can't outright sponsor or something like that, then a lot of times there's a healthy reduction in the pricing for us, or something else that helps us offset the cost, but still gives the Wish experience, 100% of the wow factor. And so
Right.
We're hoping for that to materialize within the next couple weeks. It'll be great to have it coincide with Christmas. So.
Buy with confidence. It's the Triple J Advantage. 1 year maintenance, 1 year tire and rim protection, key replacement, and $700 coupon book with every new vehicle purchase. Only at Triple J. Customers first. Buy with confidence. It's the Triple J Advantage. 1 year maintenance, 1 year tire and rim protection, key replacement, and $700 coupon book with every new vehicle purchase. Only at Triple J. Customers first.
If there are any people out there watching and are thinking of maybe making a big donation, contact Make-A-Wish and see if maybe a couple gifts under the tree for some special kid would be in the cards for you. And Jen, wanted to talk to you about that, about making wishes happen. You being on the board, you're kind of instrumental in that soliciting. If you get a wish list, you're like, we've got to make this happen. And you guys aren't looking for free stuff, for handouts. If a company does want to donate, that's great, but you have these donations to be able to pay for those things. So how is it going around and making sure that all these wishes are as perfect as they can be?
Gosh, that's our mission. That's our mission, Andy. And I think with Eric and Kalina, they're absolutely instrumental, and they're really helping make these wishes come alive. So I think a lot of it, and a lot of the kudos go to Eric and Kalina, who, once we know the child's wish, that is our job as the board, as the program manager, and Eric as president. Like, we get together and we can figure out, how can we make this work? And a lot of times, some of the wishes are so simple, And a lot of times they take a lot more effort, but really each wish is incredibly special, and it's our job to make it happen. And that's what we do.
I want to jump in here, Andy. I want to also say that being from a small island and a small chapter, we are in the unique position because not very many chapters in the U.S. Have a similar arrangement where all of our board members are wish granters. You know, they actively get involved. You know, like for instance, if you're in a state like California and you're on the board of directors of, let's say, the LA chapter of Make-A-Wish, a lot of times they don't get involved with the intimate experience of wish granting, but our board members do. And I think that's what makes it so special for each of the board members. They find so much, I'm not, you know, it's so rewarding, I think, because I know, because I was a board member. And so I know that experience stuck with me even when I was a volunteer. And so, you know, I'm glad that our board members like Jen has participated in quite a number of wishes. And so she knows firsthand that excitement and how important it is to that child and that family.
Yeah, as you said, Jen, that, you know, just being able to give that one day to a kid to grant those wishes and have them forget about the treatment, about the medical bills, about all that stuff, and just have a great day with their family is absolutely priceless. And before we wrap things up here, I did want to ask you, Jen, about another deal that you have going on with Macy's that's wrapping up, I believe, soon. So talk to us about that.
Yes, I mean, we have so much gratitude to Macy's. You know, Andy, it's not every day a huge retailer, one of the US's biggest retailers, is able to really touch our community locally. And man, I've got to give a shout out also to Ryan Torres at Macy's. You know, team is amazing. And right now through tomorrow, through December 5th, this is called Believe Week. And so I encourage parents, if you can just jump online, Andy will send you a link as well, and we'll make sure we share it. But every letter that a child writes to Santa, it's called Letters to Santa. For every letter a child writes, or an adult, you can submit a letter, and that letter up until tomorrow will be $2 to our local chapter. So you can imagine how much this would add up. It's fantastic. We got some schools involved. A lot of students were doing it as assignments, but write a sweet letter to Santa, and that's $2 to our local Guam and CNMI chapter. And it'll be $2 up through tomorrow. And then through the rest of December, it'll go down to $1 per letter, which is still amazing. And it's just so, I mean, really, it's really heartwarming for us to see a company like Macy's and Ryan, his team. They really do a wonderful job. If you've been to Macy's lately, you'll see a really beautiful giant mailbox inside the Macy's home department. And that's where children can submit their letters in that giant mailbox, or they can just submit it online. This is the first year they're doing letters online, of course, because of the pandemic. So it's been fantastic to send to schools, send to teachers, and they have their students. It's a great writing activity that you can do with your kids. And so a lot of schools have been doing it, teachers and even adults. You can submit a letter to Santa. And this is a really nice partnership with Make-A-Wish America and Macy's. So we're super proud that we can benefit from this, and that Ryan has really pushed this program here on Guam too.
And
I also want to give a shout out.
Oh, sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just want to also to acknowledge that also for the first time locally, Macy's is also doing the Change Roundup donation to and you know, I knew they were up to something because they asked me, they sent me an email asking for some information about, you know, our nonprofit status and all this stuff. And then it was one of our board members who was shopping at Macy's and said, "Oh, hey, did you know that they're doing this?" And I'm like, "That's awesome." And so yes, kudos to Macy's for that.
Yeah, kudos to all your community partners, the individuals that donate, the corporate sponsors, everybody that's making this organization as successful as it is, and for giving that happiness to those kids and all your wishers. So on behalf of everybody, I want to thank you, your team, the staff, all the board at Make-A-Wish for doing everything that you can, even in these challenging times, to grant those wishes. So Eric, Jen, thank you so much. And don't forget, everybody, KFC's Borrow, Change, Macy's as well. You can write your letter to Santa. And don't forget the Jingle Rock virtual 5K, 10K, half marathon and full marathon that's going on now all month long. So go to Make-A-Wish on social media and find out more. Sign up today. Anything else you want to add before I let you go?
Yes, I want to also acknowledge Cars Plus. They are sponsoring the Jingle Rock Run. So thank you so much, Jen.
Thanks, Eric. And thank you, Andy, for having us. We really appreciate giving us this platform. Yeah. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everybody.
I appreciate both of you. So thank you very much. Again, Merry Christmas, happy holidays. And that'll do it for the show.
Oh, wait. Can I do a screenshot of us?
Sure. Let's go to,
I'm going to do a screenshot. That's good. Here, hold that
All right,
pose,
on that
Andy.
note, we'll go ahead and roll on out. So thank you, everybody, for watching.
Buy with confidence. It's the Triple J Advantage. 1 year maintenance, 1 year tire and rim protection, key replacement, and $700 coupon book with every new vehicle purchase. Only at Triple J. Customers first.